Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals was extremely disappointing to watch. Let's talk about it. So in this game, previously in my other video, I was saying that 3-point percentage and free throws are going to be the main things that make a team or make or break a team basically in this series, just because Wemby takes up so much gravity down low that and like in the paint, where on the Thunder side where they're a little bit more hesitant to put the ball in the hoop like via layups and mid-ranges, because Wemby done blocked a couple of Chet's and SGA's midi, so just inside the paint areas, it's a little bit more congested. But the 3-point percentage again rears its ugly head. Last night, they came out. Spurs came out on all cylinders. Like you could tell they were backs against the wall, while the Thunder act like they didn't even want to be there. It was actually frustrating. I'm not really a fan of either team, but it was frustrating for me to watch and see how the Thunder just like basically were just like coasting through this game, like the first 3 quarters, like acting like, oh, we're supposed to win, like they're supposed to win. I don't understand that at all. But let's talk about numbers, because that's kind of important. The 3-point percentage was majorly different. The Spurs shot 37% from 3, while OKC shot 25%. OKC made 10 of their 40 3-pointers. San Antonio made 15 of their 41. So like 5 is high key is a lot. 5 doesn't sound like a lot, but when you put it into 3-point perspective, it's a lot. So and Wemby came out on fire. You could tell my man walked in there with his haircut, plain t-shirt, plain outfit. My man, you could tell, was there to play no games, because he knew his season was on the line and he couldn't play around with that. This man came in shooting 4 from 9 from 3. And when in my last video I was saying there's no reason to guard Wemby out there if he's not making his shots. He can't go into the paint and back something down because he doesn't have enough weight on him. If his 3-point shooting is failing him, if it's on, then there's no guarding him. This man can shoot from the midi, he can shoot from the 3. The only thing he doesn't have in his bag is a post game, where he's like not a post fadeaway, like that back down, a couple post moves and then like get a bucket, a couple fakes and all that. He doesn't have that. Once he gets that, I guarantee you, the moment he gets that, he's the best player in the league, hands down. Don't care if Bron's in there. Don't care if Jokic is in there. Don't care if OKC or Shai is in there. He will be the best player in the league if he develops a post game and he puts a little bit more weight on him. The people at one point were saying Embiid and Jokic were the best players. The only difference between them two is, 1, they can't stay healthy, and 2, they both really aren't the best on defense. Wemby has all of that. He can play defense, he can handle the rock, he can shoot from the 3 at a high clip, he can shoot from the midi at a high clip, but he just needs to get that post. He's literally just lacking on the post. Man gets the rebound, brings the ball down sometimes. Like he could literally do it all. His passing game isn't the best, but it's pretty solid, and his like post game isn't the best, or like is non-existent. I'm rambling. But Wemby was hooping, and where Wemby goes, as Wemby goes, the Spurs go. I need to talk about De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox is making $37 million this year. Next year, this man is set to make $51 million. I don't understand how you're making that much money. You're supposed to be the number 2. You're supposed to be the vet on the team with playoff experience, because all these guys that on the team, except for Harrison Barnes, pretty much have, and Luke Cornett, all of them, like they have playoff experience. Everybody else that's actually like a main rotation player, contributing, playing high minutes, has no playoff experience. They're all like within 5 years of being in the league, no playoff experience. You're supposed to be that guy that they look to, like, hey guys, we need to do this, we need to do that. Yes, he's contributed and taking some ball handling pressure off of Castle. This man, they literally showed a graphic yesterday where in the first few games where De'Aaron Fox didn't play, this man Castle was averaging 20 points and 20 turnovers, like for those games. And then like as a total. And then after De'Aaron Fox came back, he is averaging, I think 20 points and like 3 turnovers or something. It was something around there. But like, so he's contributing in like a ball handling aspect. But like this man, listen, $37 million and in a closeout game, you score 5 points. And I understand, like he doesn't look the best. Like this man doesn't look like the fastest player in the league, like how he's been or how his title is. But 5 points, man, 5 rebounds and 7 assists in this game. This man shot 1 for 9 from the field. That's not like, for making 37 million, that's not gonna cut it. And like, no one is talking about it. And granted, again, I understand he's not at 100%, but like, you're playing. I'm gonna talk about somebody in a second that's also not 100% and needs to do better. If you're gonna take minutes away from somebody else, and you're going to come out there and play lackadaisical, like, again, I understand if you're hurt. If you're hurt, bro, don't play, because you can't give your all. But right now, like, they need their all. And again, De'Aaron Fox contributing 5, 5, and 7 on 37 million is not gonna cut it. And he played 26 minutes. Like, Wemby played 28 minutes and had 28 points. This man played 26 minutes and 5 points. 5 points. Man had 2 turnovers. No steals. Literally, his stat line was 5, 5, 7, 0 blocks, 0 steals, and 2 fouls. He needs to do better. Granted, he was plus 17, but he needs to do better. I expect next game, if he doesn't show up, they're not gonna win that game. The refs this game, they were letting them boys play. Yeah, they were calling fouls, obviously, but for the most part, they were like letting them play. Foul calls 21-14. Like, that's compared to most games that we've seen. They're calling 30 plus fouls a game, 25 plus fouls a game. This is very low, and I was here for it, because like I said in my last video, put the ball in the hoop. Let them play basketball. Play physical. Don't call everything, and let them play, and let the best basketball team win. I was entertained for the first 2 quarters. After that, it was just downhill from there. At one point, it was a 20-point deficit, and like, them boys went on a 20-0 run in the third quarter, like the Spurs did. That's abysmal. And on top of that, the Spurs don't care about Chet. This man Chet tried to go up with a putback layup or whatever, and this man Devin Vassell came and smacked it and was talking crap to him, talking his ish to his face. Wasn't looking at the crowd and talking ish. And man smacked it, looked back, pushed Chet, looked back at Chet, and was like, "What you gonna do? You're a non-factor." That just goes to show Chet needs to step up in this as well. You can't go from averaging 20 points in the last series, making your presence felt on the floor, to Jay Will's out the game, and I'm just gonna sit there and I'm just gonna spot up in the corner, and I'm gonna spot up, and then like, if I get it, I might take a couple dribbles. Nah, bro, you gotta impose your will. And granted, he's like Chet. He's not banging down low either. But the thing is, like, take some middies. Get a post up and hit a turnaround mid range. It's not that deep. This man, like, don't let Devin Vassell is literally 7 inches smaller than this man, and he just let this man just run him off the line. He better look at him like KD looked at Patrick Beverly and was like, "I'm Kevin Durant. Get the ball and rise up over him. He's not going to contest you. He's not blocking your shot." I don't understand that, man. Chet needs to tighten up. He needs to grow up a little bit. He's been here before, so that's why I don't understand. It's something mentally with him and the Spurs, or him and Wemby. It's something, because this man is like a ghost. It doesn't make no sense. Okay, I got all that off my chest. The last thing I want to talk about is J-Dub. This man came, surprise drop, man dropped, and was like, "I'm gonna play." They let him play. This man played 10 minutes, shot the ball 1 time. Let me see, hold on. Man shot the ball 1 time, missed it, and made 1 free throw, missed the other one, and that's it. Minus 18. If you're hurt, like I said about De'Aaron Fox, if you're hurt, bro, you're hurt. Okay, I understand that if you're hurt. Don't come back and eat up minutes, especially when the team's rolling. Don't come back and eat up minutes, like taking minutes from like Cason Wallace or Alex Caruso or the other Jalen Williams. Like, don't or Jared McCain or Isaiah Hartenstein. Like, don't come in here and taking up minutes from them when like they're rolling without you, and then like you come in and shoot. You play abysmal. You play an abysmal performance. You give an abysmal performance, and then the boys end up losing. Like, I don't know, man. If you're hurt, bro, you're hurt. Sit on the sideline. Wait till you're about 80 to 90%, then come back. Try to come back game 7. There was no reason for you to come back game 6, because guess what? If they win, you got a couple days until you got to play the Knicks. If they lose, you got an extra day of rest, and then you got 3-4 days of total rest, and then you go and you play in game 7. You give your all. Don't come back game 6, play half baked, and then you wait, and then no, because you could re-aggravate something. It doesn't make sense, bro. Take the whole time rest and then go back and play in game 7. I can't give a prediction for game 7 because each game of this Western Conference Finals series, it's been back and forth. Each team has adjusted, and each team has came out and played to their best ability. And then the next game, that team that lost adjust, and then like they come out and play to their best ability, and they figure some stuff out. And then I don't know. I have no prediction. It's really going to come down to the best players. It's going to come down to Shea. It's going to come down to Wemby, and it's going to come down to if Dylan Harper can continue to lock up Shai the way he has been. And I heard Scott Foster is going to be the main ref for next game, game 7. And if anybody that's watching this knows about Scott Foster, this man swallows his whistle. I used to be a James Harden fan, and whenever I would find out that Scott Foster was reffing any game of the playoffs, I knew the Rockets were going to lose, because Scott Foster does not play that foul baiting stuff, and you're going to play basketball. And I hope Shai understands that, and I hope Shai realizes Scott Foster's going to be there, and as the lead official, he's going to be out there making the tough calls. I can't call it. All I know is I'm gonna be tuned in, and I pray that it's not going to be a blowout, because that would be the saddest way for this series to end, would be for one of the teams to get blown out and not make it competitive. For the sake of basketball and everything around us, I need game 7 of this Western Conference Finals, Spurs versus OKC. Great series. I need it to be a competitive, tight game. And OKC players play, or like role players play better at home. Caruso's been, if OKC wins this, Caruso better win MVP, Western Conference MVP. This man has been balling. He's had 2 bad games. Whenever he has 2 bad games, they lose. Man's been averaging 20 plus points every game that he's taken 2 or more threes. He's hit 2 or more threes. So we'll see, man. That's all I got. That's all that's on my mind. I can't wait for game 7. See you.